Hello, thank you for giving me a few minutes this morning so I can present you with the topics I want to address with you. And to start, my name is Juan Berromes and I work for Motorola Solutions. This is the company I choose and this is regarding the video. Now let's start with the presentation. So this morning I would like to present Motorola Solutions and my audience here, you might not be able to see them, but they're sitting here, and they are four people. They are from Motorola Solutions, and one of them is the call center manager. We have also the operations manager, the product manager, and the sales manager. So I want to thank you for being here, giving me these minutes so we can address these topics and learn from the information I would like to share with you. So, the topics we're gonna discuss were sent to you in the invitation. You might be already familiar with them, so I just decided to paste them over here just to make sure we all know what we were going to talk about. And I have a slide for each topic, so there's no need to read them right now. We will just continue with the presentation. All right. Okay, so first slide is regarding negotiation process. In Motorola Solutions, negotiates whenever they hire someone, they terminate someone, or whenever they are creating or innovating products, hiring suppliers and providers. So whatever the case is, Motorola always provides clear terms and they write them on paper and there's a contract to sign. So everything is clear, set on the table, expectations are easy to understand. And if both parties agree, we move forward. If one of the parties does not agree, that's enough to keep looking for other opportunities. All right, that's the negotiation process of Motorola. Now, innovation. So what makes Motorola Solutions innovative or innovative? Well, Motorola Solutions is dedicated to the radio communication only. We're not speaking about cell phones. Motorola does two-way radios. They look like this. So two-way radios are a service that we sell, and I want to tell a story to illustrate how the Motorola is innovative with its products. So, for example, imagine you are a fireman and then you are in a building with fire and you see a little girl that needs help. So you go pick her up and then you realize it's difficult to take her out of the building. Time is running. So what would you do? Imagine, would you shout to the outside fireman to ask them for help? They wouldn't hear you. There's a lot of noise. The fire, people screaming, sirens. They wouldn't even be able to hear you. And if they did for any chance, how would he know where to send help? Where would he send other men or firemen to look for you and to help you out if you are not able to let him know where are you located? So this is where Motorola innovated on its radios. This radio, it's APX. This is the name of this type of radio, and they designed a system where no matter how loud you are or the environment around you is, you're able to speak through the radio and it sends your voice with detail and as clear as possible as if you were in a quiet space. So this is important and it's a life-saving technology because he can say or communicate via this technology. There's a radio inside this helmet. So he can transmit to this radio and he can listen to him clearly. So he can now be able to send in more help, more firemen, and help saving lives. Not only the girl's life, but the firemen. So this is how Motorola innovates on its products, and it's based off of getting the feedback from the customers, from a fireman, from the chief of the firemen and how they have needs, and then we solve those needs, and then we bring in like innovative products like this radio. So imagine that. That's really innovative from Motorola Solutions. Now let's move on to the next slide. Feedback. How do they provide and receive feedback through customer service? Well, we have a call center, and it's open 24/7. And if someone wants to provide feedback, agents are trained to take it upon the next level, like a supervisor. And supervisors are trained to handle that feedback to improve. So this is how they receive feedback. Now, common mistakes. Good question. What are their most common performance mistakes and labor issues? Well, one of the things we face, I would kind of like to center it to the call center manager here and just put an example. There's agents who are multitasking all day long, and they could make a mistake in maybe 1 out of 100 things they do. But a mistake done in a call center where we monitor all the firemen's equipment could be a live thing. Someone could be in danger. So definitely we this is something that could happen. Another issue could be that the agent is distracted on its phone, and that's not good. So these are basically the most common mistakes or labor issues we have, right? If a mistake is done and the field or the firemen suffer for that mistake, that could be easy lawsuit for the company. So we try to avoid these mistakes, but these are the areas detected, right? Let's move on to the next one, performance. What approach do they use to assess performance? Well, at Motorola Solutions, they have a system that is web-based, so it's all on the computer, works with internet, and then it's connected to all HR and HR inputs all the information of all the departments. So all supervisors and managers can manage their teams and see their performance in this system. Now, achieving objectives. How do they establish objectives and what model do they use? Well, supervisors are in charge of doing regular meetings with all their teams, and they let them know how well they are performing, what they need to do to achieve goals. And this is based off on the HR system I just presented, and they can add information to track everything that is happening with their teams as an individual report. Now, work environment. Describe your work environment. Are the company's objectives aligned to the employees? Why or why not? So here is a simple response. Motorola Solutions puts people first. So if there is an issue, we want to solve something, but that will cause a harm to our employee or someone using the product or service, we stop. We look for another opportunity or another way to solve this that doesn't harm the life of a person. And that includes mentally or physically. And now, how are the company's objectives aligned to the employees? Well, they are aligned because we look to develop their skills, we look for them to grow, and we look for improvements not only on their career inside work, but also outside work. We want to give them the right amount to be off work to spend with their family. We take care of their mental health. We even give them 1 day a year. They can use it whenever they want to take, and it's paid by Motorola, so they can do whatever they would like to do and take care of their mental health, right? So yes, they are aligned to the employees. Now, skill requirements. Well, the skills that are required for this job and we look out when hiring is to have excellent customer service skills. As you can see all the pictures here, everyone has a smile in their face. And that's what we're looking for. We want our customers to be treated properly, and someone who's on the other side of the phone is smiling, doing their job as if they were enjoying it. Also, we need people who are proactive. This means that they are always in a constantly search of doing things better and with better quality. That's what we are looking for. And then third one, self-motivated. We want someone who does not need someone to be like a supervisor being on their back, just making them work or motivating them. We are looking for self-motivated individuals who come in with all the energy and share it with the team. Now, this is where we wanted to get. Even though I work for Motorola Solutions, I have some recommendations and suggestions to improve. So first of all, I think that a better way to receive feedback is to create an email address or a phone number for customers to use whenever they want to provide feedback. That way we can track whatever comes into that phone call or email, and then have managers read it and then try to fix all the issues. This will ensure that every single comment we receive is well attended and well processed, and also that will help us keep innovating. So that's my suggestion or recommendation for the call center feedback, and also applies to product managers, the sales manager, and the general director as well. And now the other recommendation, that's the second one and last one, is that a better way to avoid mistakes or labor issues is to reduce the multitasking each person does. This will help them concentrate better on one or two tasks, and that even could save us a lot of time, and also could save a lot of lives, right, if we avoid mistakes. And also reducing cell phone distraction. Maybe we could do a tweak when someone comes to the office, to have them put their phone maybe on a place where they can reach out to the phone if they have an emergency call to take, but not so near so that they are distracted. So maybe that can help avoid mistakes. All right, and then I know there might be questions. This is the last slide, and or negative feedback or constructive feedback, if you would like to call it. So while I was presenting, I got some questions that were added, and I would like to reply to those questions. And the first one is, what if an employee is not willing to improve despite the help received by its supervisor? Well, we have had scenarios like this with employees who just don't seem to want to improve. So what we try to do is we follow the code of conduct, and it guides the supervisor and manager towards how to help this employee to provide the best quality, and the all the steps that we find in that code of conduct have helped us, I would say a 90%, to flip those bad employees into good employees. Now, last question. What if a new hire is not capable of performing the job? This is a really hard question, because even if they want to, we've had situations where employees can't do the work. It's too much, maybe requires too much skills or capacity for the job, and they maybe are not available to comply with that. So we always give them a contract that is it's certain, it has a threshold of time to see if they're going to be able to perform the job to the best of their abilities, and if they don't meet the expectations or goals, then that contract, since it's temporary, when they are evaluated, if they pass those tests, they get extended their contract. But if they don't, then the contract ends. So it's a difficult way to handle these situations, but it is a good way to overcome objectives or or downfalls or any issues with the company. Okay, so this was the last slide. I want to thank you all for giving me these minutes this morning, and I know you're busy, so please, if you have any feedback or you would like to continue talking about this topic and putting in practice these recommendations, feel free to call me or text me, and I'll be definitely eager to help out, and I am available for you. So thank you for this opportunity, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.